Hey guys, we are back for more on the Minuet in G, only this time we're going to be playing part two. Remember that when you're playing a duet, part two is the bottom set of staff lines on each system. Now, most instrumentalists really get used to only ever seeing their part, and that makes a lot of sense. If you got multiple parts, it means you're probably going to have to turn pages, and your hands are kind of busy, and so it's hard to sneak over and turn a page. So a lot of times they will only print your part on the page so that you don't ever have to change it. In a case like this with the book, though, it makes much more sense so that you can see what vertically aligns and so that you can see both parts, because who knows, you might play part one today, you might play part two tomorrow, you never know. So everything that we learned about yesterday with all of the stuff with part one, we're still going to have, and it's still in effect for part two. We are in 3/4 time. We have a lot of quarters and then eighth note pairs. Remember that with eighth note pairs, anything played on the beat is played with a downstroke, and everything in between beats is with an upstroke. This is because anything with a downstroke has more weight to it and more stress, and we stress things that are on the beat, and things between the beat are not as stressed. And so we play it that way on purpose. And if you don't, you'll be playing it wrong. All right. Make sure also you remember we're in the key of G major. We're expecting to use F sharp instead of F. So you may want to go through part two, circle all of the Fs so that you know that they are F sharps. All right. And then you're going to want to make sure that you realize that in some places, the rhythm is different for part two than it is for part one. Sometimes because this is the harmony part that is written to accompany the melody, sometimes you're going to have notes that are just longer and held across a couple of beats. So make sure you have that. All right, so let's take a look at the A part for part two. We're going to start on B. Ready? 1 and 2 and 3. B, G, F sharp, G, A, B, G, G, C, A, B, C, A, B, G. Second line, A, B, A, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, D, D. Third line, B, G, F sharp, G, A, B, G, G, C, A, B, C, A, B, G. Fourth line, A, B, A, G, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, E, D, D, low G, and stop. That's when you'd go back. That's when you'd repeat the entire A section again, playing part two. All right. Now switch over to page number 43, where we see part B of the song. The B part is slightly different, and you'll notice that your part is 2. Remember how in part 1, the first 2 lines of the B section featured C sharp, and there are some C sharps as well in your part, so make sure that you see them. The hard part about part 2 here is since your part is mostly half notes and quarter notes, it's easy for you to stop counting the beat and not play the rhythm correctly. And then if you're trying to play with some poor fool who has to play all those eighth notes, you might want to go faster. So make sure you're counting. All right, so let's start on G. We're starting with measure 17, part 2. 1, 2, and go. G, G, D, A, B, G, A, B, G, A. Second line. A, B, C sharp, D, E, D, C sharp, D, A, G, F sharp, sorry, B, G, B, C, G, C, B, A, G, F sharp, E, D, E, F sharp, D, E, D, E, F sharp, G, A, G, F sharp, G, B, D, G, repeat, and then you would go to the top of the page and repeat the whole thing again. Now, for sure, when you can play both parts and when you can stay rhythmically accurate and play in an even tempo, then you need to find somebody else to play this with. Like I said, if you could play this one after a semester of doing guitar and you can play Yellow Submarine, people are going to be super impressed. And so, and this idea that you can play a lot of different styles of music, you'd be surprised. Each style of music has their own conventions for how you play and what we're expecting to hear. And so knowing that just means that you're a better musician all the way around. All right, give it a try, see what's up, and good luck.